It is an absolute pleasure to be joined by the greatest weatherman in the history of the world.
Face of the planet.
Don't care
Hands
how
down.
far we go back in history. I don't care. The cavemen didn't have a weatherman like this.
No
one has. Mark Johnson from News Channel 5. We love him. He gives you your forecast here on Q92 every day. We always tell you his Facebook Lives when it comes to severe winter weather or severe thunderstorm weather. No one does it better.
Look at him. He even still has his eye on the sky. He's joining us, and he's still looking
always
outside.
Gives us our shout-outs in Canton. Always takes care of our Dover, New Philly listeners as well. Mark, how are we doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, everybody. What a change, huh?
I'm telling. Hey, we needed this rain, though, didn't we, Mark?
We sure did. Canton, you got about 0.4 of an inch. Some areas got a little bit more, but here's the good news. If you don't think you got enough rain, you've got several more opportunities this week, including tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, where you could see another quick inch of rain. So how do you feel about that?
I think a lot of people in their backyards and their gardens, I think a lot, because a drought like that, even though I loved the sunshine, Mark, I'm not going to lie, I really enjoyed the sunshine, but Lauren and I were talking earlier, you start to look around when you're driving in people's backyards, and you start to see that brown, that yellow grass, and you're like, we don't want that either.
Right.
We don't want it. No, we needed it bad. I mean, the ground is like concrete when you go and try and dig in the dirt. As you know, I'm a little gardener here, and I was trying to water my tomato plants, and the water would run off. I mean, you could barely get the water down to the roots of the plant. So we really needed this rainfall. And again, we are still in a moderate drought. One little rain event isn't going to, erase the drought. But again, we've got several more opportunities this week to really help moisten things up, if you will.
Yeah,
Mark, I'm a thunderstorm fan, and I haven't gotten one yet. Do I have a chance this week?
Yes, you do. Tomorrow, late afternoon, evening, and overnight, there's a really good chance at some thunderstorms rumbling down, even a little bit of small hail falling down on you there. You can go outside and sing, "The hills are alive and they're eating children."
I do.
If you do that, please record it.
I'll record that.
Thank you.
Sure. It's funny, you talked about you people with their plants, now you got to water them. Like when we're in a situation like this, like a minor drought like that, are there tips? Because a lot of people now listen for your gardening tips, Mark. It's become that big. But what is there like a tip or something that you can do? Is there really nothing you can do when that happens? Is there a certain way to water or when to water?
Low and slow, baby. Low and slow. That's what we live by, right? Rules to live by. That rule usually works for most everything. Watering, especially in dry weather that's been dry for weeks and weeks and weeks, you gotta really gently water for a while and let that water soak in slowly but surely. If you take your hose and you go shh, and then you move on to the next plant, you can pretty much guarantee yourself that plant didn't get any water. It was too fast.
Okay.
Too fast. No plant likes the too fast watering there.
Does this even applies to container plants?
Of course. I got my container garden right behind me here. If you're watching on the YouTube, or if you're watching on the the interwebs, I mean, you can see my container garden right here behind me in my driveway. And for the past 3 weeks, I've been watering that every day because it just dries so quickly. The plants are singing to me. Can you hear them?
I love it.
Thank you for yeah.
Mark, I don't know if you how much you know about like Pittsburgh weather, but I was just curious because a lot of our listeners are going to Taylor Swift this weekend.
Yeah,
both on Friday and Saturday. Are they going to need to bring some rain gear to that concert?
Well, there's only like a 20 to 30% chance for rain Saturday and Sunday, so it's a non-zero chance, but it's not a huge chance. So you can take it with you, but I don't necessarily think you're going to need it. And if it does rain on you, it's probably not going to rain for very, very long. So I think you got a real good chance to enjoy Taylor on the dry side.
Okay, good.
What's the last concert you went to, Mark Johnson? I'm curious.
The last concert I went to, oh my gosh. My wife and I, we went to see, Chicago.
Nice.
We went to see Chicago, and they're like 75 now. So, they put their teeth in, and then they perform the heck out of their songs.
They still got it. Dentures
They
are
still got it.
All right, Mark. So we're looking this week. We're looking at like more chances of rain, some thunderstorms this week. But
yeah, you got a lot of dry hours too. Now you're going to be chilly today, and as you can see, it's pretty windy out. You can see if you're watching on the interwebs, which is where you should be. I mean, this is fun doing this live stream and stuff. But the trees behind me are really blowing. So it's going to be windy and in the middle and upper 60s today. It'll be about 68 tomorrow. You'll have dry weather in the morning with rain showers for the afternoon and evening and overnight. Wednesday, an early shower and then dry. Friday looks good. And we're warming you back up into the middle and upper 70s, even some lower 80s by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we are going to warm up. It's going to feel better.
Okay, good. So we had this really, really hot spell. And we went through the drought and the temperatures kind of fell.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the rain because my husband's allergies were ridiculous yesterday until it started raining.
You know, it's truly amazing how we all breathed in the smoke for about 7 days. And then Friday and Saturday of this past week and Sunday, everybody's lungs went, enough.
Yeah.
I'm now going to make you sick. Yeah.
No, I agree with that 100%. But, we're into, mid-June almost. When can we expect Mother Nature to turn up the summer heat?
Well, again, mid-June, it's not uncommon to be cool. I don't like to see it this cool. I don't like overnight lows in the 40s, which we'll have tonight, about a 48-degree low. But my hunch is that we're going to be right around average or slightly below average temperature-wise for the next 2 weeks. Now, that doesn't mean we're cold, but that's not summer heat. You want the 85, degree. You want the humidity. It does not look like that's showing up until closer to July.
All right.
Well, someone on the text before we let you go, Mark said, "Yay, thunderstorms! I'm ready. Thanks, Mark." So apparently, they think you're personally bringing the storm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and Smitty on YouTube also says thank you this morning for the weather update.
Love it, YouTube. Again, if you are not watching these two on the streaming, I mean, this is fun.
It is fun. We thank you so much for joining us every week. You're our favorite. We love being able to see your face every week. And thank you, Mark.
Love you too. I think I need some cream on my face because I'm looking a little wrinkly.
Mark Johnson, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you next week, buddy.
See ya.